Hello, 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 my lovelies. So I'm jumping on, back on, because again, a second 2 days in a row, wonderful, wonderful donations. I'm just so blessed and so grateful for all of them. It only led me a handful of free readings from my morning session, and I definitely not gonna necessarily make this a habit because I have to balance, but I did wanna jump on and complete free readings, and I had some donations I also wasn't able to get to, so, again, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your love, support, all your donations, everyone for your interest in hearing from spirit, and we're gonna jump in. There is no chat on this one, um, because let me just shrink this down so I can see things a little better. Here we go. Um, because I'm not taking new reading requests. These are just catching up for the ones I didn't get to in the morning session. I will be back though at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, so you can ask new questions then. I shall return. All right. So we left off with Cherry Sugar. You had a follow up question for a donation. So Cheery, you wanted to know that this more details of why they left them, and whether it was if they were widowed or not, because it felt so sudden. We did find out that it wasn't. It was they did leave them suddenly because of the conflict that they have. They're kind of stubborn in that they're set in their ways. A lot of fear that I have to have things go a certain way. And when I know, was it karmic? And karmic, of course, we always bring in that message with karma that it's, was it something from a past lifetime or in this lifetime that they were on the other side of it and they wanted to experience it. So let's take a look here and see what spirit says here. Was it karmic? Was it, or was it a brand new experience that they hadn't felt before? All right, yeah. With these cards coming in here, it's brand new with the full card. It's ending of old cycles, new beginnings. So I feel like this is not karmic. It was just the first time experiencing it in this lifetime, because they did want to experience what this boundary felt like here. When we get the Nine of Wands, it has to do with our inner child, and I feel like with the Two of Swords, they're learning through this experience, though, the power of thought. That, the Two of Swords has this energy of, every moment we are making a choice of either unconditional love or fear of losing conditional love, right? So we get to choose the thought, we get to choose the emotion of either one, the energies of either one, the actions of either one. So every moment we're deciding these things. And of course, what they're experiencing, they were given a lot of, when they were younger, a lot of supposed to, should, need to, have to, must extremes. I feel like they might even have had, was it it feels military household, like a parent was in the military, or it was felt very material, militaristic, not materialistic, militant, right? Where there was roles and there was punishment, very strict. And so they have very strict um, thoughts and beliefs around life and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. Like it has to be this way. That's why they had so much conflict that came in because of that. They had such strong beliefs that they couldn't go around, and that's what this block doesn't allow them to move past a lot of things in their life. So, that's why they couldn't have love for very long, if at all. Jobs, everything that they feel they're supposed to achieve, that they want with their conscious mind, their little subconscious inner child is going, no, you can't have that yet. You haven't done all this stuff yet. So that's the kind of energy that's coming in there. So hopefully that makes sense, Cheery Sugar. So that is what they have. So many blessings to you. All right. And then the second donation that I was not able to get to was Anita Abdul. So thank you for your donation. And you said that you wanted to know the person that was on your mind, their current thoughts towards you. So let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you there. Got suddenly very bright out. I feel like I'm in the spotlight. Hi, everybody. All right, let's take a look here. Their current thoughts for you. So sorry. Anything else? Okay, thought there was at least one more, and then there we go. All right. All right. Well, their current thoughts for you, they actually have emotion here. We've got the movement of let's see if I can get where it's not so bright here. Here we go. Movement of cups, knight of cups. So there is emotion that's moving in there. So they do have feelings, they do have love that's in there that is moving. So they do have feelings for you. I don't know if they'll act if they'll act on them with these cards here because they've got the lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, a lot of fears around what interactions with individuals should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be, which they're working on clearing out. The 10 is good because they're getting sick and tired of being restricted and feeling exhausted from trying to please everyone. But they've got this little challenge with the 5 of Pentacles, which has to do with feelings of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold, feelings of lack around who they are and what they're able to offer that also keeps them. These all these thoughts and these beliefs that make them feel like unworthy and not able to do things and the blah 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 stuff that we all get to experience, right? But I feel like that's what is currently impacting them and not allowing them to move forward. I like these energies because I do show a progression. The 9 of Wands would be the barrier that they feel they can't get through to act upon, like, this is the force fields of that lack, the little inner child going, "No, no, no, you cannot, have that," and so they're holding back, but do not fear. Dun, da, da, da. We have the strength card coming in here, which is the human and their higher self, um, them turning to their higher self, turning to this courage and this inner strength, which allows this 10 of swords, this ace of swords here that this cat is sleeping on. This is peace of mind, is because this ace of swords seeing things from this higher perspective of their human allows them to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve them anymore, that brings them this sense of peace, which then allows them to step into their power and move through here. I feel like it's going to be a little while. I don't feel like they've been working on these feelings of lack and of, abandonment for very long. They've been experiencing it over and over and over and over again. With that 10 of swords, it shows that they're getting tired of feeling that way, which is what it takes. Once we get sick and tired, that ugly feeling of not expressing our emotions and being able to be ourselves, when that outweighs our fears, then we take action, and usually not before, unless something in our life uh, forces us to do it. But in this case, I feel like they're just getting to the point where they're sick and tired of feeling that way, and they're looking into how they can transform that. So that's what's coming right now, Anita. So that's their current thoughts are they have these emotions, but I feel like you just need to know that all this stuff is in the way that they can't move forward past that. They got these feelings of lack, feeling low about themselves. So they're like, I have this emotion, I have this interest, but I can't act on it because I'm not allowed to yet. Their inner child is restricting them. They're grounded until they deal with that. So that's what is coming in for you. So many blessings to you. And then I also had a third donation, and then we'll start on the free reading. So thank you guys so much for all your patience. So Supernova, Nova Rodriguez, thank you for your additional donation. And he wanted to know is what you're creating on the guitar. I know you're like, guitar, what are you saying that way? The guitar, With the chords and lyrics, does it matter? Okay. So it's just practice or something I can really expand upon and create into something that helps others, including yourself. Okay, I get you. So let me refresh the cards here. So is this just practice or can it be transformed or will it be transformed into something more? I want that one right there. And then the hidden on the bottom. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, we have the Heart of Chords. So this is the Queen of Cups, right? So the Queen of Cups is about intuition and gut and expression of your emotions. So whatever is coming out has purpose for you, especially. So it does help you because it's almost like how, people journal, and journaling helps process emotion and process thoughts and beliefs. They're telling me that when you are just practicing on the guitar, your energy is flowing, emotion is transforming. You are, even though when your heart is in it, right? If you're just like I'm doing these basics that I have to do to get it done. If the heart's not in it, it's not doing anything, right? As with anything in life. But when your heart is in it and you're allowing this energy to flow, it's transforming emotion and releasing emotion and cleansing. It's almost like you're even it's like you're saging yourself through the process of playing, and it releases things. So I like that. For some of it, you will know as well that some of it can be transformed. You got your energy here, and you'll know because the energy flow is different when it's for something that can be expanded upon. For others, you will, and you'll take it in a different direction. So you'll start off with something and it'll just almost have a mind of its own, but your energy will flow and it'll take it into a different direction. So you will know by the energy that comes through what is of for you and what is to be expanded upon to make it something different for others. And you will know, you'll follow the progression. Biggest thing, I mean, you've got your shadow energy here, all the stuff that's coming through, all of your experiences of cutting away of the lower vibrational fear is the whole story. In fact, maybe, I don't own the rights to this, but maybe you have something like your album cover. No, I'm just kidding. But there is this, movement and transformation that comes from this. So I feel like it can, you will know the things that will move it, but it's the stuff that really transforms. And this is where you'll see the energy change that stands out is when you start off with a very low feeling, and as you're playing and as it changes, you feel your energy changing and you're like, wow, this could really help people. And you write it down, you get it down, but you'll just know. They're saying it's going to be this little bing, and you're like, wow, this was a huge adjustment. This music, the way it's arranged, the words, whatever it is, it changed things, and so this is huge. I'm gonna note this down because I feel like this is something that can help others. So hopefully that makes sense there, Nova, and that's what they have for you there. All righty. And let me just scooch this over a little bit and so I can bring these up. And so now we'll start the free readings that I did not complete in this morning's session. And so Rishi, hello, hello. So you were the next free reading that I had not gotten. Um, and you like a general reading. All right. So let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know right now. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you've got the movement of wands, the knight. I think you got this the other day too. Knight of wands. Fast, fast, moving, 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 moving. And the Lover's card here is about emotional choice. I feel like you're making a lot of progress, a lot of movement in your strength and your abilities, realizing that how you get to choose in each moment what you want to feel. And I feel like that's what they're coming in here because this Knight of Wands is in a quest for their power for that Ace of Wands. And I feel like it's important for you to know that you're so much more stronger than you ever have been taught to believe. And what you've experienced in this life, if you feel like you've made leaps and bounds, which you have, you're making even more so. It's just going to be growing, growing, growing exponentially. The power where you're taking your power back and you're realizing I'm the one that gets to choose. No, I'm not doing the sign of the cross. I get to choose, what I want to, what story I want, what emotion I want, what energy I want, and what actions I want. I'm the one in charge of my life and no one else. And I like this um, taking back of the power that you've given away in your life that we're all taught to do when we're younger. We're like, yes, you rule over me, everybody. And we're taught that everyone defines us. And we're like, no, I define me. And I like this coming back here. But very much a strong power coming in. And it has to do with a huge awareness of I choose how I feel in each moment. So that's what's coming in here. I feel like this is a big aha. I know you know this, but I feel like it sinks into your heart. You know how it is. Like, I know something, but then you know something. That's what's happening. All right. So, and then up next, we've got Magana and many blessings to you, Rishi. Thank you for your patience and waiting for your reading there. And Magana, you are very welcome. I see, appreciate the free reading, the separate one here. Um, and I like doing this because I feel it helps me with my guilt too. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, probably not. It's probably true. Because I do appreciate all of you who I give free readings to. You've helped this channel grow over this last year. And it's I couldn't have done it without all of you. And so I want to make sure I'm continually giving back to all of you. And so when I don't get to many free readings, I do feel like I'm not doing what I've been wanting to do, and so this helps me feel as well. So thank you for the gratitude, though. I appreciate that too. So hey, Megana, you say what's going on behind the scenes for you in terms of dating? Is there anyone coming in 2023 for you? Let's take a look here. Anyone coming this year here for you? All right. Well, I'll give you these two. Oh, well. We got the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all. Yeah, but we have the death and the rebirth. So, it at first doesn't look promising for this year, but what I love about all this is they're talking about the phases of the moon and that the Knight of Pentacles, even though it's the slowest moving knight, you know, it goes slow. Our love life, our dating, that goes slow when we're being asked to turn inward and upward to raise our love vibration. So we don't continue to do what we've done and get what we've gotten before. Lower vibration brings in lower vibrational people, experiences, events, blah, 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 right? But we're able to raise our love vibration to a higher vibration. We draw in higher vibrational people, experiences, and events, right? So the more we work on our higher vibration, the faster things speed up. Lower vibration slows things down, draws it to a snail's pace, right? But the more we connect to our higher self, our higher love, letting go of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve us anymore, those that are lower vibrational emotions of pain and suffering, or relationships that no longer serve us and that weigh us down. When we let go of those, we move higher. It's like a hot air balloon. You cut away the weights, the sandbags, you move higher. You get to go higher. You get to go higher, right? So there is this good, hope that there's possibilities for 2023. Some things you might do if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen episodes 4 and 5 talks about fate and about how we have fated events of meeting people, that they don't have. Very rarely is it that we have to meet someone at an exact time and space. We usually have a range, and the range comes into 2023 and goes into 2024, but depending on what we do can draw it closer or push it further out. And those give those two episodes, they're 10 minutes or less. They give you conscious things that you can do and subconscious things you can do to help lower the barriers and to speed things up. So feel free to check those out. They're all free. The playlist, I think, is in the description box of the video. Not this one, actually, because I just did a short little blat. But if you go to my playlists on my main page, it's at the top. Take 10 with Zen, and it's number 4 and number 5, I think, are the faded ones around there. All right. So that's what they have for you, Magana. So many blessings to you. And I think that was those. All right. And then we bring up the next one here. All right. And then we had Starfall. You were up next. So Starfall, you want to see, when are you going to be out of the situation with S service? All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. Whoops, sorry. It's still working? Okay. Sorry. Hit my microphone. I didn't want to make sure I didn't knock it off of sound here. All right. Well, you definitely have here. You've got the 10 of Wands here, which is the ending, in the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings. So I feel like the when in here, when the burden becomes too much, you are going to make a leap. I feel like with this 10, it's really standing out to me. Um, Again, with timing, it has to do with our own energy. I feel October, though, is kind of like the when it becomes too much and like, I just have had it, I just can't take it anymore. I'm making a change. I'm fine. I'm stepping into this new opportunity in the outside world. That's what the Innocence of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles is taking a change, moving in a different direction. So I like this for you, but there the fated events, like I was just talking about with Magana, was depending on our own choices, our energy, our conscious thinking, our subconscious. As I mentioned with them, if you take a look at that Take 10 with Zen episodes 4 and 5, it talks about things that you can do to bring things faster and to change things, because our energy is helping co-create things. And it talks in there both about subconscious stuff that's impacting our conscious world and conscious things we're doing that are also impacting our conscious world. So I feel like October is like, within October, it's going to happen one way or another. It could happen sooner if you want, if you change some of these mindsets or these energies that it talks about. So be sure to check that out, because you hold the power, and that's where we want it, right? Right, Starfall, that's what they have for you. And then Anjali, Divine Beauty Anjali. You want to know what is coming towards you? Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit wants you to know? Well, you got some truths. Some truths are being dropped. Yeah, absolutely here, which do bring some a new heightened love coming in, because you do hear with the Hierophant and the Five of Swords. This is talking about the confliction between your higher spiritual high heart and you're human, battling about what something's supposed to mean, should mean, need to mean. So some fears are, in conflict here, which is great. It means that, it's not like all three of swords energy where we feel defeated and, all the energy is lower vibration. You have higher thinking, higher vibrational thought and belief that's battling to try to raise it up. And the sage here, the Hierophant, is showing that your higher self has been inviting you higher, to this Ace of Swords, seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things from a place, capital T, truth of unconditional love, which is a double-edged sword, which helps you cut away these things. And it does have to do here with self-love, with this Page of Cups, with the chalice, which then, of course, impacts your love that you are able to receive in the outside world and give in the outside world. So, what's happening, what's coming towards you, is the release of these fears around your lovability, and that makes it its way out into the energy of the outside world, which then has this possibility of driving, not driving, but drawing in a new love from the outside world because of how you're changing and how you feel about yourself and your love, your self-love. It changes the energy of what you're drawing in. Usually, if we're drawing in, old ways of thinking, lower vibration, we bring in lower vibrational stuff. But this is you're drawing in higher vibrational stuff because of that. So that's what they have for you, Divine Beauty Anjali. So many blessings to you. And then Dijona, hello, hello. You are up next. And you want to know, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. What else? Anything else? All right. All right. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So the 9 of Wands, this inner journey that you've been on around your power and where you're investing your energy, you're really making you're blasting through this wall that you have felt have been there. You have the Spirit of Wands, which is the King of Wands. They have this Ace of Wands, which is actually one of these that's in the wall. And this shows, that you are stepping into that power where, if you think of like if there was 9 huge bars on a gate that's keeping you out of something, but when you grab onto one of the bars, it recognizes you because it is your wand, and you are able to take control of it, this giant staff, which opens a space for you to step right through it. And that's what's coming through here is you're recognizing your power, you're recognizing your ability to step through something. And this is what is happening. There's this clearing that's coming, and you're able to move through something that felt so like a blockade before, and you just are able to walk through it easily. It's like, oh, look at this. So I like this for you. Stepping into your power, grabbing a hold of your Ace of Wands, is where it comes from. I am the co-creator of my life, where I point my magic wand, where I point my attention and intention is what expands and grows. And I feel like you knew this up here, but I feel it's going in here and into your gut too, where you're just like, I get it. This inner, like, almost feel like this energy from your solar plexus is just coming up and going, I'm stepping into my power, like, hear me roar. It just feels very positive and powerful. And that's what they have for you, Dijona. So many blessings to you. And then Pinky, you are up next, a general reading for the coming months. All right. Well, you do have this 8 of Cups that's coming in here, which is you leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you, but also relationships, whether romantic, friends, family, coworker, whatever. You're walking away because you're realizing the energy that you were investing in these relationships, like you were the one that was pouring in 80% of the energy and they were putting in 20% maybe, right? You almost feel like you have to make up for like what they don't put in as well. It's like it's 80-20, but you always put in 10, so it's really 90-10. And you're realizing these relationships, and these emotions that you've been investing energy in maintaining, that you have this forgiveness that you're releasing and you're letting people go. You're stopping investing in relationships that don't, it's not equal or equal-ish. It's never a 50-50, right? But 80-20, 90-10, that's a waste of energy. That's a poor investment when you do a cost benefit analysis, right? So you're like, all right, I know what I'm giving away. And all that energy that you were investing in those things comes back to you. And this Knight of Wands allows you suddenly to have energy where you didn't have energy before, movement in your life where you didn't have movement before, because all this anchors, all these things that were weighing you down are being let go, and you're realizing it. And it's you that's doing it though. It's you that you're consciously going, I'm just not going to give into that relationship anymore, or I'm only going to give 20%, or I'm bringing it down to 50 and I'm getting back my other 30 and 40% that I'm putting in, and then you realize I feel like you even realize within that because you said the next coming months, right? Yeah. Feel like you do this and you back off on things, and then you realize they're not making up for it. So there's this gap, and the relationship is these friendships, relationships, family, whatever, are drifting apart. And you're like, but they're not doing anything. I've come halfway, but they're not. They're coming 10%, 20%. And there's this gap, which is the gap of it floating away. And I feel like throughout the months, you just let it go, and then this 50%, you stop investing that, you start matching what other people are giving, and it becomes less and less, and you get more and more of this energy, which just, really, invigorates you, and it inspires you, and it, again, it starts flow of things in your life too. So I feel like that's what's coming in here for you, Pinky. So I know we're taught, "Oh, I gotta hold on to these relationships even if it's dragging around it's like handcuffing yourself to a dead body that eventually becomes a skeleton. You're just dragging it around. It's just weighing you down. You can let it go." All right, well, that's what they have for you, Pinky. And then Soul Searching Vibe, you are up next, and you'd like a message from your higher self. I actually have this higher self oracle, so let's pull from there for you here and see what they have here. Wow. Perseverance. I like it. I love storms. As long as it doesn't hit too close to me. I like lightning in a distance, and I like hearing the thunder roll through a valley, or through the mountains. So, oops, wrong one. I know how to spell. Okay, perseverance. This is from Walter Elliott that says, "Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after another." So this card comes to you as a form of encouragement as you strive to achieve your goals. All paths to success are fraught with challenges, setbacks, and sometimes disappointment, but don't let these deter you from moving forward on your path. You are being reminded that you carry the strength of source energy within you, and you must realize your own courage to continue. If you're on the verge of wanting to give up, keep the following in mind. First, develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is realizing that your skills and talents can be developed with time, effort, energy, and persistence. Second, set clear benchmarks along the way. And by doing this, you'll see the progress you've made, which will encourage you to continue. Third, build your mental resilience by identifying unhealthful mental patterns and shifting your perspective to see challenges and setbacks as opportunities. Fourth, change your relationship with failure. Failure is traditionally defined as lack of success, but it really is an opportunity to learn and grow. By studying the lessons of failure, specifically where you didn't succeed, you will learn why you failed and what you can do better next time. Your higher self is asking that you release the fear of failing, since this will deter you from persevering. Remember, failure is the universe's way of teaching you and rerouting you to your destination. And when the doors of opportunity close, remember that this is not a sign of failure, but rather a sign that this door is not right for you and will not lead you to what you've been seeking. Keep striving for your dreams and don't let obstacles or fear hold you back. Boom, dropping the mic. I like it. And that's what they have for you, Soul Searching Vibe. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we left off here, Smooth Life. You're up next with who's manifesting you. I think there's a song Who's Loving You, but now I hear it. Who's manifesting you? I like it. Let's take a look here. Who is drawing, you guys are drawing each other to each other, right? Well, I like it. It's a giant panda, so, I like it. It is a love that's different than you've known here, because here's the Ace of Cups. These are the old kind of relationships you had. So it's a different type of love that you haven't had before that, you've got the Knight of, Wands here, which I feel like it is a fire sign. Someone very passionate, very quick to show and express their attraction to you, and then also their emotion to you. What it takes for this to move faster towards you is looking at, with the Seven of Swords here, your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have stolen from you in the past, that have deceived you, limiting beliefs about who someone is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, who I'm supposed to be, who I can't be with, who would, uh, these beliefs about these are the type of people that I attract. This is my type. Letting go of a lot of these restrictive stuffs allows you to find this passion that is deep felt too. That it's almost like you're like, oh, they're a player because they're coming on so strong to you, but they also express emotion. And I feel like you make them prove it over time. And that's the thing. You can tell me what you want, you can, have all the intention you want, but I got to see it. And they show it to you because you give them, you're like, all right, well, show me then. You're like, show me. Go ahead. Show me how much you love me and how attracted you are to me. And, you're just like, you're not going to last. You're going to want to be with other people, type of thing, but they don't, and they're consistent, and you're just like, "Okay, wait a minute, what is this?" Right? So it's very surprising, very beautiful, though, I like it for you, but that's what's coming in, that's who is manifesting you, and you are manifesting, as well. So that is what is coming in there. Alright. And many blessings, smooth life. And then Links Lee, I was like, why did these two cards fall out? And I'm like, oh, messages from your Leo. Here's the Sun Leo card energy. So it totally makes sense here. So the Hierophant here, the messages from your Leo is that they are diving deep within them. They are trying to discover who it is they truly want to be, what they truly want in life, what they want to accomplish, who they want to be with. They're really doing this deep diving type of they're being so serious. Usually that's not them, but I feel anyway, I feel like they usually have a that childlike wonder of the Leo inner child energy. But I feel like they're so serious right now because they're studying who they want to be, and they're really um, it's like they're taking life seriously for the first time about not just flying by the seat of their pants, but they're really, uh, you know, not running on autopilot. They're like going inward and upward and inward and downward into their child self too, to figure out what's making them tick. So I like it. Maybe they're going to counseling. Maybe they're in some sort of recovery program or something, but they are learning about themselves and they're very serious about it. Very serious. And their message to you is, I'm very serious about this. And that's why I'm looking at this stuff. They're reminding me of the movie As Good as It Gets, where um, one of the guys says to, oh, I forget her name. I can see their faces. But you probably know the movie. But he was like, he's having a hard time, and this is what is going on. He's having a hard time explaining what he wants, and he goes, she's like, "What?" And it's almost upsetting her. He goes, "No, no, no. What I'm trying to say is you make me want to be a better man." And it's like, "Oh," and that's what I feel like they're trying to tell you is you make me want to get my together, right? So that's what I feel is coming in there. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings, Linksley, and then Great Courts. You're up next. What do people, oh, the people you blocked, what do they think of you now? Let's take a look here. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube without getting banned. Just kidding. Of course, everyone is gonna have a different opinion, a different idea, depending on what they're going on in the moment because they're seeing everything through their eyes, right? Through their filters, through their emotions. And it can vary from person to person, moment to moment, even, right? Yeah. See, this is the way it is. Joy or hissing, hissing or joy, anywhere between here and here. But other people's emotions, other people's thoughts are none of your business because they're really not about you, right? Again, if they're in a bad mood, they're going to see things that way. If they're in a good mood, they're going to see things that way. But it all depends on the individual. I feel like it's spirit just saying, you blocked them for a reason, so don't worry. You don't fear, don't second guess. You knew who you wanted to release because they weren't what you needed. And chances are they're not thinking about it a tenth of how what you're thinking about it. They're living their lives, and you realize that in time. I was so worried about it, and they don't even do it. Like a friend of mine, she had 2, 3 older brothers, and one of them picked on her and said things to her when she was young that she's in her 60s, her entire life. And just a couple years ago, she brought it up to her brother, and he was like, "Huh? What? I didn't remember that." And she'd been carrying it for so long, and it didn't even, it was a momentary blip in someone else, right? So I don't feel like we don't impact people as much as we think we do. And so, they're like, "You can let it go, you blocked them, so let it go. You can release that and, move forward," you know? If they're meant to be in your life, they'll circle back around. They'll find a way, right, to communicate and connect, in the proper way that you want them to, and if not, c'est la vie, baby. Alright, so that's what's coming in, great courts, very interesting, but any blessings to you. Alright, Shloka Sancher. You are up next. So, what does P feel and think about you right now? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, a lot of feelings. We've got the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Emotional wish fulfillment, kind of like dream come through true kind of energy here. New love ignited. So, whatever has happened recently has really made them appreciate who you are and maybe see you in a different light because there is this heightened love emotion right now that's been activated towards you. So, something is clicking. I just feel like they're experiencing some really raw people who are not so kind, and sometimes that's what it takes for us to really appreciate something that we're taking for granted when we experience some real like pirates. Oh, wow. Sorry. I appreciate you so much more having experienced these other things. That's the kind of energy that I feel coming in right now here, Shloka. So I don't feel like action yet. I just feel like they're sitting in this emotion. They're just like, wow, there's a lot of reflection with this that's happening. I don't feel like taking action like in the next couple of days or anything. I just feel like they're sitting in this wow kind of energy. So that's what's coming in for you, Shloka. And then Kevin Torabiruin, you are up. Hello. So what is Kriti's feelings for you? All right, let's take a look here. See what their feelings are for you. Okay. All right. Well, I feel like they're kind of stuck in their head here. We've got these feelings, this lower feelings of lack and abandonment, feeling left behind and out in the cold. And with the Two of Swords here, it's like they're trying to close their eyes to open their heart, but their mind keeps going, no, 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 no. You can't close your eyes. Look at this. Look how unworthy you are. What are you even thinking? Stop, stop, stop. Because they've got emotions for you here. obviously, or they wouldn't even care about any of this, but that's triggering these feelings of unworthiness and feeling small. And they've got the judgment card, which is, their higher self trying to talk to them, to their human self, to show them that this is not what defines you. I'm who defines you. So with the butterfly here too, they're kind of in this transformational like time in their life where they're really questioning their worth, and they're making progress in letting things go. The two of swords tells us that they're also on a crossroads where they're making choices of higher vibrational, lower vibrational, and they're realizing there's like these truths. They're getting ahas that are allowing them to cut away some of the fears. But that's what's coming in with them right now. So they've got emotion there. I just feel like they're got so much more going on with them that it's kind of on pause because they can't. It's like when you're going to operate on the heart, they kind of have to put it away from places and take it away from everything and open up the chest and even put um, a fake heart in. I want to say they have a fake heart, but keep the blood going while they work on the heart. But the heart's not moving in itself. The So if that makes sense of what I'm trying to say there. All right, and that's what they have for you, Kevin. So many blessings to you. Excuse me, just get a quick sip here. So we got a few more to go here. So thank you guys for hanging in there. Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. You want to know what is Capricorn's energy towards you here, HT? Let's take a look. All right. Very, very interesting with this energy. We've got joy, celebration, energy here. And the Six of Cups is nostalgia. So, on one hand, I got like this dual message coming in here. One hand here, we've got this connection that they feel very deeply, and I feel like you feel it too. This is like past life, because this represents for me spirit. Don't ask, there's a long story for why it does, but this comes up for me when it's talking about the spirit world, and with the combination with the Six of Cups, this is like deep past life connection where you feel like you've known them before, even before knowing them here in this lifetime. So there's this draw, this connection that's there that has been triggered. But like lately here, their energy towards you's been kind of off because there's someone from their past life. This is a kind of a three-party kind of situation. Not necessarily that it's love and that it's distracting them kind of thing. Like it's not like it's a love affair or anything like that. But someone from their past has come in this lifetime. Someone from their past in this lifetime has come in to really just I don't it's like they not to cause trouble, not intentionally. Like this other person is like, I have unresolved things with this Capricorn, and they're like, "Hey," and they're all blah, 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 blah. They don't want to be together with them or anything like that, but they need, for their sake, for closure, they need to blah blah blah, and it's really triggered a lot within them. And so if you feel like they're off emotionally, it's because they've had this, and I don't know if they necessarily want to talk about it, um, but because I don't know if they feel embarrassed by it or they just don't want anyone to feel insecure or whatever reasons. I just feel like they are just like, I don't want to talk about. I didn't want to talk about it, but I feel like it's going to come out, and you won't be surprised. You'll be like, oh, okay, I get you. I see what's going on. You know. So that's what's coming in there, VD. So hopefully that makes sense there for you. And many blessings to you. All right, LA, hello. So if you reconcile with the emergency room, Aries, oh no, that's going to be their new nickname. Hey, emergency room. How would that look like? She's your oldest best friend. Yeah, yeah. She is ER, isn't she? You're like, "Oh my gosh, how many times would you go to ER?" Well, it'd be a mixed bag. You've got 2 threes here. There is some disappointments. It can't go back to be what it was before, because you both have changed. The 3, the Empress, you've evolved. You can still be nurturing, it just won't be the same. You can't expect 2 people who've grown, have changed to go back to have a relationship where the 2 people aren't the same anymore. You can have a different relationship, you can birth a new friendship, here, but it's you're gonna be disappointed, um, feeling like, "Oh, it's gonna go back to be what it was." You're not the same, they're not the same, it can't be. So, um, it would be nurturing with the Empress there. Um, um it feels like harvest, it feels like, um I feel like, 'cause um, Empress also has sensuality with it, and I feel like they would, um you both would help each other feel beautiful because you support one another, um, not that it would go in that sensual with towards each other, but I feel like just the combination of you guys together, that you boost each other's confidence where you're like, "I am more beautiful than I ever thought I was," because you're seeing each other through each other's eyes, and they purely and sincerely, you're like, you will point things out. Because I feel like the type of friendship that you guys had was no holds barred, you guys tell each other how it is, and there's no blowing smoke up your butt, you're just like, "This is it, girl," and you're like, "Oh, I know, and let me tell you," but that's what's going in. So, I like it for you, LA, um, but just don't expect it to be what it was. It can be something new and different, even more so, but you can create something new with that Empress, and all these threes are creativity too, so, alright, and then the golden gold, you are up next, what you need to know. Alright. So you've got the Hanged Man here, which the Hanged Man is all about things were going slow, but on purpose, for purpose. Things were slowly loading into your life here so that you could see things from a higher perspective. And what is coming into play here for you at this time in your life is that your heart wants to sing, your heart wants to be full, it wants to be expressed, it wants to be seen, and the mind has been keeping it in the cage and now it wants out. The Two of Wands is telling us here that whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And the heart was like, I don't want to focus on what we're fearing anymore because it hurts me. Our heart, when we go into fight or flight mode, if you've ever seen the 3 of swords, there's 3, I mean, the 3 of swords, it's a heart with 3 swords stuck in it. That's the heartbreak, that's the fear that kicks in, when we go into fear, and I like this, that they're telling you, "I'm done feeling the fear, time is up, I'm ready to move forward. Let's focus our energy on what we do want, on what makes me feel full, what makes me sing." It's time to focus the energy on, those things that earlier there was a reading, I think it was in this session, that it was like, I think it was an earlier one actually, but it's like happiness and joy. Remember the last time that you felt that, right? The moments of joy in your life and write them down. What was it like? What were you doing? And do more of those things because the heart is, I want to sing, I want to be expressed, but the mind kept me restricted, but I'm free now and I'm ready to go do things. So I feel like it's time for your heart to be let out of its cage is what they're saying. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Michelle Lizier, you're up next. Good morning, afternoon now to you. And you're like a general reading. So let's take a look here, Michelle, and see what do they want you to know? All right. So you've got the 9 of cups here, and the 9 of cups tells you, like, what is your dream come true, your emotional dream come true. The judgment card, which is double endings, double new beginnings, and here's your higher self, and here's your human self. Black and white world, colorful world. This is this message here of really looking at what your dream come true is and moving from this black and white world of what dream was given to you to discover with your high heart what it is truly that makes your heart sing, what it is truly that fills you up, right? Here's all the recharged. When you're living a dream that's not your own, the battery drains, and we wake up in the morning hitting the snooze alarm 10 times, going, "Oh, crap, I gotta go live my dream today." When you're living your dream, though, it's a different experience. You're fully charged, you're feeling full. You wake up before your alarm goes off and turn it off and get going, because 'cause you're excited about your life and what you're doing, and I feel like this is the message they're wanting you to know is to really be able to clear away the cobwebs of all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, those dreams that were handed to you that we as children don't know any better and go, okay, this is my dream. But this is you determining what your dream really is. And it brings this new perspective into your life. So that is what they have for you, Michelle. So many blessings to you. Right. And then up next, we've got Ruhi Shah. Hello, hello. Excuse me. And you'd like to know, will you be able to get a new job offer this month? All right. Let's see. Based on current energies, what does it look like? All right. Well, it does look like it's up to you with this card coming in here. Yep. So you've got two major arcana coming in here, which this is significant for you. And you've got the number 2, the high priestess, which the high priestess steps away from all the chaos, really connects higher to the spirit realm, goes behind the veil, dives deep into the emotions, and it's like discovering and seeing the unseen. What is it around jobs that you're not seeing? Are you trying for stuff that's really not what you want and you feel like out of fear you're choosing and pursuing things you think you're supposed to rather than what you want? I feel like the high priestess will bring you clarity around what you really truly want to do, how you're limiting yourself, like, a job search. Well, I can only really qualify for these two things. So that's what I'm going to look for. It's like choose more of the boxes on the internet search or get rid of all the restrictions and see what's out there. See what draws you, right? Because with this chariot card, this is movement, this is victory. So it shows me you get new job offers, but the amount and what kind have to do with your power of choice that also comes in here. The two, you have this choice that's coming in here. And so you can choose things that, you know, help you with your fears, or you can choose things that are life, existing, living, right? And so it's like, what do I want to do? You get to choose, and wherever you put your energy is what grows and expands. I feel like with the chariot card, that if you will take a step back and look and see what it is you really want to do, you will get a job offer. And it'll be something that you've been wanting, truly wanting in your heart, not just wanting in your head. Like, oh, well, I should have this job with this money, with these benefits, blah, blah, blah. It's not that. So that's what's coming in, Ruhi. So hopefully that resonates and makes sense for you there. Um, and many blessings. Happy job hunting. All right, and then we have M. Safula, law office. Oh, I didn't do it, honest. So, your question is, you want a yes or no question. All right, absolutely. Let's take a look here, and, definitely see my disclaimer, about any advice. Since you're a law office, I do have a disclaimer that, tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only. And you get to make your own decisions, right? Seek a professional. You're probably laughing right now. All right. Um, so, and I got two cards for a yes or no, but both of these are the Hermit energy, 9 of Wands and the Hermit itself, the major arcana. So for this would be a no for me. It's a withdraw and look for more information and seek higher awareness and higher information. So it would be a no or a not yet. Um, and I like it because usually, like when if we're being forced for a yes or no, if we don't have enough information, we say no. People are like, oh, wait. Before you say no, just take some more time. That's what's coming in here. So let's take more time. And it's 3:33 p.m. here. So 333. It's a very important angelic number of creativity, see things differently. So I do feel like it's important to step back and see things from a higher perspective and a different perspective. So that would be a no right now. So that is what we have for you. And many blessings to you. And we're getting down here. I think we're almost to about three people left. So hopefully I didn't miss anyone. But we've got Nuza Miranda. Hello, hello. And you want to know what's going to be your manager's next moves? Manager D. What are their next moves based on current energy? Okay. All right. Well, the energy I have with them here, there's some there's going to be some balancing of some things that are unfolding here. They're taking some action. There's some stuff that's been taking a while, going back and forth. And I feel like they've got some of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are kind of deceitful, fear that steal things from their life. And I feel like whatever this is coming in here, the Six of Cups represents like nostalgia. It's like someone that they've known for a while, someone that has, I feel like this favoritism type of energy where someone, it's like maybe there's a position opening or an opportunity, and they make a decision not based on skills, but on who they know. And it's like, ugh, it doesn't feel very good. Um, but you can always trust that whatever unfolds does unfold for you. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're like, yeah, I've known them forever. Yay, I get the position. Then you're like, woohoo, I don't care that they are, you know, going off of who they know and not necessarily someone who might have the skill set. Because it can be sometimes it's like people can have skills, but they don't have the full gamut of what they're looking for. So there's always reasons behind things, but sometimes it feels like a little favoritism that's skipping in there. And so hopefully that makes sense to you. But I just feel like just know that it's because of these beliefs they have about themselves that make their way out into their world too. So just know it's a reflection of what's going on inside of them. So hopefully that helps you out there, Nuza, and many blessings to you. And then we've got JD, J and then DEE. Hello, hello. You want to know, does your SP have a message for you? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what comes in here. What message? All right. Well, we do have this lovers card coming in here. So there is definitely its importance of relationship is being shown here, of course. You have the little heart between the beaks. And the Four of Pentacles is about a solid foundation in the outside world. And it is very much this home type of feeling that's coming in here. So this whole energy that's coming in, they just want to be you to be aware that, that you deserve this. You deserve to have the whole shebang. You deserve to have this fullness of life. The lover's card is an important relationship with you and your higher self, with you and a romantic individual. And it can also be between you and a best friend. So, there's this feeling of home. And if you're wondering, I'm like, maybe, I don't know if you've been home in a while either. That can be a message here of it might be good for you to return home because it helps with a different type of relationship that you have. There's just a lot that's happening here. I feel like it touches several different areas of your life, but that there's important relationships that need to be balanced, that need to be have a solid foundation with them. And it might need you to sacrifice some others that aren't bringing in a lot of stability, that are just draining you, and that it's okay to, because they're showing me this reconstruction, like there needs to be a solid foundation on the big house, and they've got all these other little smaller houses and shacks that this wall and this wall and this wall can come to make this one more solid. And sometimes it needs a sacrifice of some other things to bring solidity to this capital H home and these relationships that are close to you that are important. So hopefully that makes sense there, JD, and many blessings to you. All right, and then the final reading I have at least here is Lady T. So, hello. You want to know, did the woman Paquiso leave you for ended up knowing about you? Let's see here. Let's see. All right, so let's take a look here. I know Spirit knows what you're trying to ask there. I'm not, it's my human is having a hard time grasping it, but Spirit knows. So we'll pull, and they gave you two cards. So let's take a look here. So we have the Heart of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups, deep knowing, intuition, gut. So I feel like they, I don't know if they absolutely knew for sure, knew about you, but they had gut instinct and they really trusted their gut here. Whatever this is, it's like they they, they had just their like, their spidey sense. They just knew they knew something was off because Temperance was here, and there was things were slowly unfolding, but they really were able to pick up on things. They were able to balance things out, and it's like, they put 2 and 2 together, gut instinct and all this stuff, and so I feel like that they didn't know, like, beyond a shadow of a doubt, but they had this gut instinct and this intuition that was going whoop, 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 and they're just like, no, I'm out." And I feel like that's what, the kind of energy that I feel is coming in here. So, I just feel like they knew something was up, but they didn't quite know, but they took action on they trust their gut, and so they did that. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And that is what we have. So if I missed anyone else, my apologies. I will be back in an hour and 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. Wait, no, it's almost 4, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I was about to say, but I will be back at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for my evening session. And if you haven't considered becoming a member, make sure to check out my membership video because I have some giveaways that are going on. So be sure to check those and see if you'd like to grow your Zen as a member of our YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much again for all your love and all your support. And I will see you guys again soon. Until then, just know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. Hang in there and you take care. Right. We'll see you.